So we're not going to take the time to do it right now. Some of you are starting to categorize these, but I think it's kind of a no-brainer. You're going to go and make a little tally table, right? So 27, go to your table, figure out where 27 is going, put a little tick, make a tally, and put all 60 data values into your tally, do a frequency column, and that's what we're going to be doing for homework, is problems like this. Okay? I just wanted you to get this organized, and then you don't need to spend class time doing the tally and all of that. Oh, you wanted to? What we're practicing right now is how to get your class sizes organized. Here is a new data list. See what kind of class sizes you need for this. How many bars do you need for your bar chart? How many data values are there? Okay, good. There's 41. So if you have 41 data values, about how many bars should you use? How do you estimate?
Square root of 41.
Nice. Square root of 41. 6.4. So how many bars do we need in our bar chart? 6-ish. So start figuring out how big to make those little categories so that you will create about 5 or 6 or 7. 6 or 7 would be the best. 6 or 7 different categories. Ready, set, go. Figure out where the first one should start and where the last one should end, and see how to break that up into 6 or 7 little perfect equal groups. Why did we take the square root of 41? As a general rule of thumb, we take the square root of the number of data points to estimate how many categories to use to make our bar chart. So in the example we just used, there was 41 data points. So we used the square root of 41. Right?
Go by 14. We'll work to get 144. 51. And then whatever I know that is 24.
There's this one where you go.
So if you have a choice between 14 and 15,
I know. Right.
15 probably is
I just don't care about it. Just say. Obviously. Yay.
Oh,
You want about 2
Yeah, I was bored when Huh? I'll just spend my game. Yes, boring would be boring. So, there's this one where you like go Monday. Okay. That's good. Alright, fine. That's fine. Sports First, yeah, that's what we need to do a test general bio. General yeah.
Okay, so let's get a rough idea of what you're doing. I saw a few of you only, I'm afraid. What was the smallest data score?
51.
What was the biggest?
147.
147. Anybody find anything different than those two? So we need to start about 51 and end about 147. And we need to get about 6 little groups organized. What was the plan in figuring that out? What was your plan? How did you decide on go up by 15 for each category? You just tried it out. Good. That's what Stefan suggested. Just try it out, and it works. 15 works out nicely. If you use a little bit of mathematical logic, if you need to start about 51 and have it stop about there,
Round it up on the difference.
how far is it from 51 to 147?
96.
96. And what did we say we wanted to, how many bars or categories did we want? 6 or 7? So take 96 divided by maybe 6. 16. Now you need a little bit of intelligent poetic license to be applied to this. If you're going up by groups, did Stefan choose 10 for a reason, and then when 10 didn't work, did he go down to 5 for a reason? Of course, those make the cutest categories. 5s, 10s, 15s, 20s, because you end up right on the big markers. You end up like on 50 and 60 and 70 and the nice markers. So, instead of having the groups be this size, what would be a little bit nicer is if the groups were 15 instead.
No.
Okay?
I'm getting it right now. That's it. But I like it about
Now you need to be a little bit smart again. John? Where are we going to start? Are we going to start at 51?
50.
And have it be 15 in size? Why did we pick 15 in the first place? So that it would land on nice little 60s and 70s and 80s and 100s exactly. So don't start at 51. Think about it for a second and you say, well, I might as well start at 50. That makes a lot more sense. So it would be 50 less than or equal to L less than 15 in size, it would be 65. And 65 less than or equal to L less than 80.
95, 110, 155, 155. 95. 110.
Oh god.
125. 155. 125. And 155.
Are we almost there? One more.
So,
How many bars did we get?
6.
You will often be a little bit surprised. You'll be expecting 6 bars, but you'll get 7 bars instead. And don't be upset about that. That just happens. But we did say that anything like 6 bars would be nice. So 6 or 7 bars. Did we end up with 7 bars in our bar chart? Yes. And then we would make a little tally graph and a frequency and build our bar graph. One important bit of vocab. When you have, you all listening? When you have continuous data bar charts, it is called a histogram, and the IB will use that word. If they use the word a frequency histogram, they mean continuous data, and they mean that the bars should not have a gap. The bars should be touching each other. So a frequency histogram implies continuous data, which implies build your table with the continuous categories and build your charts with touching bars. And what do I mean by continuous categories? This goes all the way up to 24.999999. So this is continuous, and then once it hits exactly 25, it jumps down into here. There's where 25 exactly will go. Yeah. So. Okay. See if you can get this one in
5 minutes.
in 2 minutes or less.
That's hard. Quick, guys. It's fine. Where's the last one? I mean, the lowest one. Lowest is. Yeah, it's a square root of 36. God. So. I mean, 100.